What is good, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Sick Kick Game. I'm back with another unboxing video. These come out last Saturday. A lot of people slept on these. I don't know if it was so many people that slept on them as much as I think they just made a whole lot of pairs, which I think is dope. When I first seen images of these, I knew I had to have them, but I thought it would be hard to get. I figured they would sell out. I figured they'd be limited and all this BS. But thankfully, none of that happened. They made plenty of pairs. It was a very easy cop. And for me, this was the dopest release this year. I'm stoked about these. I can't wait to see them in hand. I've heard people complaining about quality, complaining about paint jobs, and complaining about this, complaining about that. You know what I think? I think a lot of people that's complaining about these shoes are the people who are just salty that they couldn't afford to get these and get the 11s because they were coming out so close together, and they wanted to get the 11s because they're all about the hype. And so these are shit, you know, so they want to talk down about these. Or if not that, it's the hype beast that because there were so many pairs, you know, they didn't want them. Although there's the, you know, 6 months ago, you know, these were the hottest. Although these are so sick, you know, they're a must cop and all this. And then when everybody found out they were going to be a super GR and easy to get, oh, they're lame and, you know, blah this and blah that. I think it's so ridiculous how people are these days. I swear, man, it's unbelievable. It's like if a shoe doesn't sell out, it's not a dope shoe, no matter what it is. I mean, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's fucking nuts. If you like a shoe, bottom line, get the damn shoe. Don't go off of hype and what other people like. Buy what you like, man. Anyways, the colors are off-white, new maroon, Air Jordan 6 retro, style code 384664, color code 116, suggested retail $220. That may be another reason why a lot of people passed on these, was because of the price. The retail price was $220. With tax, it was like almost $250, $240 something, I think. Let's check these out. Mine look pretty good. First glance, I don't see no paint flaws or any of that. And yes, of course, the Nike Air. I'm totally loving that. Call it what you want. I'm an OG sneakerhead. When I was a kid, I owned the 6s, the black infrared 6s, which is my favorite all-time shoe, and they had the Nike Air on the back. So seeing this really brings me back. You know, I'm in my mid-30s, and you know, I was a kid when the 6s came out. I was a real little kid. I even owned the first, you know, 1985 ones, the Chicago ones. I even owned those when I was a real little kid. I think I was 4 or 5 years old, and I owned those. And so this brings me back, man. You know, I was around when these originally came out. Now, granted, I never saw these as a kid. These in person. I never knew anybody who owned the maroon 6s as a kid. I like this too, the Nike on the lace lock. That's dope. I never knew nobody who owned these as a kid, but you know, I did. Like I said, I owned the black infrareds. So, you know, I love the Nike Air thing. That's why I thought these were going to be hyped up and sell out, because I figured, you know, because of the Nike Air, people are going to go crazy for them. But like I said, since they made so many pairs, people didn't want them. I mean, they're all about the hype. They want the shoes that there isn't very many, and you know that everybody else wants. You know, if it's a lot of pairs out there, they don't want them. It's crazy to me. I don't understand. You know, last year they're bitching about, oh, Jordan Brand don't make enough pairs for everybody. They didn't make enough pairs of shoes for everybody to get a pair. Well, Jordan Brand started making enough pairs for everybody to get a pair, and then they don't want to buy them. But yeah, man, these are super dope. These haven't come out since 1991, I'm sure you know. This is the first time these have ever retroed. The maroon 6s have never retroed since 1991, the original release. And in 1991, they were, I think they were a little more limited than all the other shoes. They didn't make as many as they did back then. So before these dropped last weekend, this was a very rare Jordan. Like, you didn't, I mean, if you did find a pair of these, the midsole was all crumbling and shit. I mean, these were a very rare Jordan before last weekend, before these released. And, you know, that's another good thing about retros is for people who, you know, granted, this is not the most sought after colorway, the maroons, but let's say that, you know, this was your favorite colorway, the maroons and whites. Well, you never had a chance to own these again. So, you know, nobody had these that could wear them around, but now you have them. And what's so dope about it is, you know, you have them in true OG form. And what more could you ask for? To me, this is my favorite release of the year. I had to grab these. I passed on the 11s this Saturday. I told you I was going to pass on them. And I passed on them. And yeah, they're still available in some spots. Not online, they're not available. They do, let's see, they released Saturday night. I was in the mall about 7:30 p.m. And I didn't go in all the shoe stores, but I went in Champs and I went in Finish Line, and they both had a few pairs available. I'll see people posting pictures online where they, you know, got a few pairs at their malls and stuff. But for the most part, they sold out. And I just don't get it. I don't understand how an OG colorway of a 6, of a classic, you know, silhouette with Nike Air branding, you know, doesn't sell out and is everywhere, sitting on shelves everywhere, but a new colorway of an 11, which I understand the 11s are, you know, always hyped up, but, you know, sells out. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, call me crazy, but to me, you know, I would buy this shoe every day of the week before I'd buy the 11. But I mean, that's just me personally. Let me know what you think. Put your comments, you know, down below. I love these though, man. These are very dope. I love the off-white color. That off-white really is sick. I like them. I like them a lot. Like I said, I don't see no paint problems with mine. But I'm blabbing, so let me get out of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.